about people involved in food and hospitality, and of course, music.
The Tastiest Show on 100.4 FM.
Proudly brought to you by Salt on the Waterfront.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Alina Williams and Warwick Foy in the studio with the red walls. Our videographer, Mikari, is with us, and also have an amazing guest. Her name is Tiphaine, and she's from Mattie Patisserie. And she is all light. She's full of light, and her smile enlightens the room. And she brought a playlist, which is also light. Let's listen to the first song, Sarbacane by Francis Cabrel.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Where are you from in France?
I'm born in Lyon.
In the south?
Yeah,
In the middle.
southeast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, more east actually.
east.
Yeah. And I grew up more south of France. I studied in Marseille. It's a big city, and my grandparents they live near the Spain border in Perpignan. So
Right.
it's close to the. And I met Mathieu, my partner. Normally he's with me, but he's got a big migraine.
Oh, migraine.
Yeah, he was not feeling well, so very tired. So
Some people are weather sensitive, and because everyone talks about this huge cyclone, it might be
Yes,
because
yes,
you can
maybe.
feel some tension in the air.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Plus we feel maybe tired, like long days, and it's quite intense. So yeah, your body sometimes. So bad timing. So we met in Nice, between Nice and Monaco with Mathieu, so south
Oh,
of
wow.
France. So. I love this song. It's not a very. It's quite old song, but it's quite cool.
Yes, I've heard this song. And
Yeah.
it is one of the forever classics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Finished already, was
the,
Speak right up.
hello, Nelson.
Nelson.
Have a good celebration.
For you.
Cool. Do you guys mind just making sure you lock up once you're done? It's
Uh-huh.
quite expensive equipment.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
It's interesting when someone 30-year-old tells us to go.
Yeah.
Usually it says
Really?
yes, he's celebrating his 30th. You saw that he's still a baby.
So Lyon is actually quite close to Geneva, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's very close. Yeah, by train it's I think it's 2 hours or less.
Oh, wow. 12 hours?
No, 2.
2 hours.
1 or 2. Yeah, it's very close, Geneva.
It's such a lovely part of the world.
Have you been there?
I've been around. I think I've definitely been to Avignon.
Yeah, nice.
So then I must have gone north. I must have gone to Lyon, but I don't remember. And I've been to Geneva.
Yeah.
Have you been to Geneva?
No, still in my plans. Haven't been to Switzerland yet.
I've
I was
been.
working a lot when I was young, so I went only where the work sent me, which means Germany and Great Britain. And now I kind of regret that I never really traveled. How pleasure.
But it's quite a hard place to get to from New Zealand. You're not going to go for 3 days. So
No,
you've got to,
Europe. Yeah.
you need time
Yes.
and
Even us
distance.
when we come back, we stay minimum a month or 2.
And it's just
So,
not worth
yeah.
it otherwise.
Yeah.
Plus you need to recover. It takes a week to recover.
Yes.
from travel.
Yes. Yeah. Easily.
Paris, been all around Normandy.
Yeah. Nice. Normandy is very
Been
pretty.
to Toulouse.
Oh, nice.
And
The pink city.
I remember having a camping in Lourdes
Yeah.
and somewhere else. It was inland. Maybe Carcassonne.
Carcassonne. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. I just loved it because my name is French,
Oh yes.
so I feel a bit French.
Ah yes. You, maybe you
on
have
some days you look French,
glow.
Warwick.
I've got the French DNA.
Oh,
Most English
it's
people.
proven, it's proven. Not
Yeah,
just
my dad's
European.
just done it. Yeah. There's always a there's always a story in my family that my mum's Italian. She's not Italian. So disappointing.
Need to put this straight away, otherwise it wouldn't be Danish now. Welcome back to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Alina Williams and Warwick Foy, in the studio of the Most FM. we love alternative music and food. And here we have a foodie, Tiphaine from Mattie Patisserie, and we're missing her partner, Mathieu. And we just listened to the first song that she has chosen, and it's a very French playlist, and they are very French, and their music is French, and their food is French because they're patisserie, right? And I don't know what it is about this small country in Europe. Well, it's not that small really, but everyone thinks that everything French is epic. French art, French music, French food.
That's because
Even
it is epic.
and Warwick even is very proud of the fact that his name is French, right? And so he doesn't tell a lot about his ancestry, but he tells everyone that he's French. Very small
I got
part
a
of
little
it.
bit of French. Yeah.
So, Tiphaine, what do you think? Why do you think that France has such a name in the international scale?
Yeah, I think it's the culture maybe, since for long I don't know, we are just in love with our culture and we try to keep it like
Unique.
to keep it unique. So yeah, it's kind of
Also, a former colonising power, so spread
Yeah.
the French around the world. So there's Francophonic countries in Africa and other places, and of course the food is, well, some say the best cuisine in the world. So
yeah.
what's
Well, I
not to
came
like?
from the country, well, from the number of countries from Eastern Europe. So we were told that French is the cradle of revolution.
Oh yes.
Because people there are so freedom loving, they never keep their mouth shut if they're unhappy about something. So there's always student protests about something, and students usually holding kind of the major ideas of the social development and social justice and things like that. So I think it gives the unique flair to the whole French culture.
And it's just such a
Yeah.
stylish culture, isn't it? Like the clothing and the food, the
Yeah.
music, the landscapes, everything is stylish and classy about France.
And fashion, let's not start about fashion, but I mean every designer wants to have a show in France, and especially during Paris fashion week. So
Yeah,
it's
the
quite
fashion
huge.
week.
Yeah. So out of all of this that we described, who are you, Tiphaine?
So my name is Tiphaine, and yeah, I'm born in Lyon, so it's a big city southeast of France. And I grew up more south of France, and we traveled a lot with my parents. So yeah, I moved a lot. I'm not really from Lyon, but yeah, I'm born in Lyon, and I grew up in France, and 1 year in Guadeloupe, so French Caribbean island.
Guadeloupe.
What's
Yes.
it like there?
It's a very small island, way smaller than New Zealand, but it's the culture. It's very nice, and we stay there. I've got some family over there, and so we just spent a moment over there. It was nice.
So the West Indies is so fascinating because they're colonised by different countries, aren't they? So
Yeah,
they have their own indigenous people there, but the colonising that occurred has got that blend. So what is Guadeloupe, which I'm trying to find on the...
so it's near Cuba.
It's
Cuba.
near Cuba.
Yeah, and
So,
so it's a French colony now, and it was like les Antilles, we call that. I don't know.
what is that word?
Antillais.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's a Creole
Cuisine.
Yeah, cuisine, and the Creole person are from India, so it's like a nice mix, and it's very nice, very rich culture too.
I think it's fascinating, the West Indies, because we know the cricket team.
Yeah.
That's what we think of the West Indies, but when the
many
Olympics
countries.
are on, we see all the individual countries, and
Yes.
we're like, oh,
Especially
It's
the islands, and
Yeah.
Different countries rather than one.
yeah.
Yes.
So Guadeloupe, is it Guadeloupe?
Guadeloupe.
Guadeloupe is right in the middle of that chain that runs north-south, starting with the Virgin Islands,
Yes.
St. Kitts and Nevis, Anguilla,
Guyane, yes. it's French.
Montserrat, which I think is pretty much deserted these days because of that eruption, and then Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, St.
Yeah.
Lucia, down to Barbados and Grenada, and then you're closing in on South America.
Yes.
Wow.
So did you see any of the other West Indian islands when you were
No,
based there?
no, we stay in Guadeloupe, yeah, and we travel like just the island very close around, but yeah, we stay in Guadeloupe, yeah.
And are any of the other Caribbean islands around there, also Martinique must
Yes,
be French.
yes, it's French too. Yeah. There is.
Any of others are French?
So Saint-Barthélemy, it's not French. I don't have the map.
It's such a mixture of different cultures.
Yes,
it's so
it's not all
fascinating.
like not the whole island are French colony, but yeah, a lot of them.
So how do you meet your partner, Mathieu?
So Mathieu, yes. So nobody is with me. So sorry about this, but yes, we met south of France between Nice and Monaco. So it's 12 years ago already. So it was during my first internship. So I studied in catering and hospitality school in Marseille, and I did. During the year of the study, you have to go and train yourself in a restaurant. So it was in one Michelin star restaurant hotel. So
Oh, wow.
we met over there. Mathieu was already a pastry chef in the restaurant.
And you were a student, and you
Yes.
were obviously
And me, I
look at
was
him,
in
he's
the
on a
kitchen.
pedestal.
It was more kitchen part, not the pastry section, but I was learning the kitchen section, and yeah, we just met over there, and I came back for another internship the year after, and after 2 years, he decided to come closer to Marseille when I studied. So he found a job at La Ciotat. So La Ciotat is a small town next to Marseille, and he was head chef for 2 years in a nice restaurant too, another Michelin star. So we worked together in this Michelin star restaurant. So.
Don't you love this? Like France can have a very small town or a village, and there will be a Michelin star restaurant
There
or
is.
hotel there.
There is a lot of Michelin star, especially in south of France.
That's where it
so
came
it's
from,
quite-
right?
Yeah.
Are
So
they
it's-
all French restaurants, or are they?
most
other?
of them, yes. Yeah.
So you have all the classic French dishes.
Yeah, but it's more and more really like the chef now. They just try to make their own signature, and they have all, I think, all their own style of cuisine. So it's most of the time French and with local products. But yeah, it's like it's French, French cuisine. Yeah, most yeah.
So what
most
is your
of them.
favourite French food? First question.
Oh,
Second
it's hard
question.
to say.
What do you make at home that
Yeah,
you miss
okay.
from a French restaurant in France?
Probably live. They have a business. They live on leftovers. The customers didn't take.
Yeah, for pastry, yeah. No, yeah. We with Matthew, we always cook at home. Me, I love all kind of food, and I'm not very fancy on any food, but I really appreciate veggies for sure. But like a nice meal
It
with.
was very careful.
Yeah, veggies. But no, what I like the most, it's more Mediterranean food. So for us, it's more olive oil, and yeah, very close to the Mediterranean food. We are more person from south of France, so like north of France, more butter or cream. But yeah, us it's more olive oil and fresh
What about-
ingredients.
What about cheese?
And cheese, yeah, that is kind of our péché mignon.
How do you
I would say.
explain that? A lot of people ask this question probably.
Yes.
Like French cuisine is very rich, especially as you said in the north. And
Yes.
you eat breakfast which is sweet and
Yeah.
it's huge, right? Why do French people are so thin?
I don't
It's
know.
the French paradox.
Yeah, I think it's well, like we don't eat croissant, for example, every morning.
Oh.
Us, we never eat any viennoiserie, just on a Sunday or during the weekend. So it's
Disappointed.
yeah, it's not. I think people
Or
think
if
we
you
eat,
should stop doing
and yeah, I think we don't go very often to the fast food, maybe, or I don't know. It's more meals, like rich meals, but quite healthy at the end.
Mm.
So maybe it's a balance
I
between
think the French know what they're doing. The French paradox is the disproven thing where they drink wine and smoke cigarettes after 85 years old.
It's a bit paradox.
But it's just
There
having
is no
been
reason.
there. Yeah, exactly. Having been there and experienced the day in France, everything is French. It's ordered. There's a lovely work-life balance. So everyone goes home at lunchtime, has a snooze for a couple of
Yes.
hours. Everything shuts.
Yes, yeah.
Unlike New Zealand, where we've just reversed the Good Friday alcohol thing, on the days of celebration, everything is shut and people are with their family, and
Yeah.
like it used to be here. So for me, that's why French people are healthy, is because they have a really nice work-life balance, and they're proud and positive about their culture.
That's very nice. Okay, so how do two French chefs who are quite successful and working in a good restaurant happen to be in New Zealand, and especially in Taranaki?
So we decided to move to New Zealand, like not in New Zealand first. We spent 1 year in Australia with a working holiday visa, just to improve our English, because it was very bad before, very bad. So we said, okay, let's learn English, and just it's time. Maybe it's a good time to travel. So we just left France and spent a year in Australia. And after the year in Australia, we didn't really know what to do. So we say, okay, let's see the difference with New Zealand, because so we say, okay, if we come back to France right now, we will have to work in a restaurant. It's very hard, and we were like, we are young,
you didn't want to work hard.
yeah, we said, okay, we have time. So let's discover now New Zealand, because a lot of people spoke about this, and yeah, we were kind of interested to go. So we just had another one working holiday visa. It was just for 1 year, so it was in 2019, and so it was before COVID. So we spent the year over there, and COVID happened. So
Where in Australia?
in New Zealand.
Oh, in New Zealand.
Yeah. So when in 2019 we came in New Zealand for a year, and
To Nicola?
no, we arrived in Wellington. We spent 1 month. We did woofing, so it's like an exchange with a person, and you work a few hours during the day. So it was good to spend the first month in Wellington, and we bought a camper van, like we are backpackers, and we just say, okay, let's do a trip in New Zealand. So we just decided to travel. So we came in Taranaki, and after we did the Northland, the Coromandel, and we stopped. We were looking for a job just to work a tiny bit to make money. So we stopped in Gisborne, and in Gisborne we found a French restaurant with a French chef, Tiphaine. So we applied, and we just found this job quite easily. So we stayed for just the first summer season, but COVID happened, and we were like we had our ticket to French Polynesia, but everything cancelled. So we just decided
you got stuck
to stay there. And at the same time, Stéphane, so our boss, they were selling their restaurants, and the new owners, they were interested to keep us. So we had a work visa with them for 3 years. So we stayed 3 years in Gisborne with Mathieu. Together we were chefs in a French restaurant.
Is it still there?
Yes, yeah. So it's, I don't know. So after the story, it's a long story, but like 2.5 years ago, we had a bad cyclone, and we lost our job in this restaurant. But it was just a good timing, because 2 weeks before we had the resident visa. We applied for residency, so we get the resident visa, and so we lost our job in this restaurant. It was flooded inside and very well damaged. So we decided to leave Gisborne, and because we had the resident visa, we just traveled and stopped in Taranaki. But I don't know right now if it's still open, or if they.
What's it called?
So it was Marina Restaurants the first year, and after with the new owner it was Globe Restaurants.
So I think you have made the right decision to come to this side of
Yes.
the island, because, and it's no laughing matter, is it really? We're in for another pounding, and if you live up north or Coromandel or in the east, I think this storm's going to be really serious. So
Yes, yeah. It was quite isolated, very isolated, and it was like for us it was the good time to leave this little. It's a pretty city. Yeah.
Absolutely. After having lived in Australia and then what's the Māori name for that area? Gisborne? Taranaki.
Yeah,
Is it?
Taranaki, yeah.
And then a taste of Wellington and Taranaki. At what point and for what reason did you turn the switch? Okay, we're going to apply for residency.
I think because we had the opportunity to apply, then maybe we had decided to create a business. So we saw without the if we are still in the work visa, we are not really free.
You
In
can't
New
run a
Zealand.
business on
No.
work, you can only be employed.
Yeah, exactly. So we saw we have the opportunity to apply. We have all the points, and it's about points, and so we saw well we can apply actually for a residency. And so it will be much easier for us to create something if we want and to travel too. We don't have any restriction, or we can live for a few months and come back anytime. Like it's more flexible and easy. So we applied just, and yeah.
I think it's a perfect time to listen to the second song
Yes.
that you had suggested. So it's Mania de Carnaval by Luisa.
Yes.
Let's listen together. It's a mix of so many different cultures. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I love this
Yeah.
singer. Yeah. This
You are so
artist.
lovely. You are
Yeah.
so genuine. You are so honest. It's just like
Okay, I
authentic.
try to I try to be clear when I speak, but I'm feeling a bit
No,
tired, so
you
it's me.
just do not say anything that people sometimes try to hide. Like people say that, oh, I would like to have a new opportunity. I saw a new opportunity, and you were honest, like, oh, we didn't want to work too hard.
Well, yeah, it's the truth. Well,
Truth.
yeah,
Truth is amazing. So this is a good time to bring your stuff and try.
Yes.
Mikari, would you like to help Tiphaine to bring her stuff?
Yeah,
And
we can go
if
with
necessary, any serviettes and things that you need, you can also find there. Thank
ma'am.
you.
It's this.
Mikari is doing cadets, so now it's
Oh.
yes ma'am, yes sir.
Here is where they post about them selling their restaurant.
Well, I don't think that we should concentrate on where that was in the past.
Oh, I'm just interested. I just want to know the name of it. Because she said it's changed names, eh?
Yeah.
This storm is going to be really bad, you know.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
They issued a special app to follow the storm and follow all the things that a lot of people. I listened to the speech yesterday. So the civil defense, they say, collect water, get your stuff ready. And my family laughs at me. They said that, oh, you're exaggerating.
Well, they'll be laughing on the other side of their face if it is. It won't be bad here though. What's the French restaurant called in Gisborne?
So Marie, I think Globe restaurant. So
G-
Globe, yeah,
L-
like the
G-L-O-B-E.
Yeah, Globe.
G-L-O-B.
O-B.
Oh, Globe.
Globe. Yeah, how do you
Sorry,
pronounce
sorry.
it?
Globe.
Globe.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Globe restaurant, and it was Marina restaurant before.
Mm.
So they changed the concept at Globe restaurant. It was more international cuisine. It was a very interesting menu.
Mikari, which would you like
So
to try?
there is this box. It's gluten free,
Oh, you did?
100% gluten free. This one, it's a mix of other
Oh
flavor.
my
Yeah.
gosh, you did it. So, Ulrich, would you like to take a photo?
Oh, yeah. Looks like it's still going. Wow. Oh, wow, that's amazing.
I'm going to try one. To be so pretty.
So this one, it's a raspberry mousse and pistachio. So it's more raspberry flavor.
Oh my god. And it is not too sweet.
Yeah, we are not a very sweet
Wait.
person, so yeah.
Welcome back to Taranaki Foodies, the tastiest food show on 100.4 FM. It's us, Alina Williams and Warwick Foy, in the studio with the red walls. And we have an amazing, enlightened guest here. Her name is Tiphaine, and she's from Mattie Patisserie. And we are missing her partner, Mathieu. And she brought 2 boxes, and those 2 boxes are so full of amazing stuff. One of the boxes is gluten-free, so Mattie Patisserie does gluten-free desserts, and another box is full of amazing things. And our videographer Mikari is very busy of chewing and getting ready to do a review in some time. So, Tiphaine, would you like to tell us what did you bring in your studio today?
Yes, so it's all individual desserts. So we put also I knew you were gluten free. So we have we like to create gluten free dessert too, because our recipe are sometimes gluten free. So it's quite easy for us to offer this option. And so we have choux pastry with passion fruit. So this is a flavor of the moment. Quite
Passion fruit.
yeah, passion fruit with a passion fruit curd inside and a black sesame custard. And a vanilla whipped ganache. So it's a very original and interesting flavor. This one.
I perceive that you don't have passion fruit in France. Am I
No,
right or wrong?
it's true.
It's a Kiwi thing.
Yeah. I think it's more like tropical fruit. Yeah, we don't have this fruit in France, so we are really happy to work with, and yeah, it's quite good. Yeah,
I absolutely love your social media. Sorry, Warren. And everything you do, the creations are so perfect, so ideal. You know, this little swirl of cream on top, and I don't know, caramelization on something like a egg cream, like an egg white cream. Just everything is so precise.
yeah.
And you have this big cutouts of your desserts. Which is it cutouts, or how do you do this? Like you hold something, and or is it optical effect?
Yeah, actually, I'm not really. I take care of all the social media, and I'm not really professional in it. So I just take the dessert and I try to find a good light. And just show.
It looks totally amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So I tried today a little pastry, which is kind of a small pastry that you can grab up if you have an event or something like that, and it's good for 2 bites, and it is very fresh. Everything is kind of a mixture of different textures. There is a little bit of a liquid creamy texture. There is some very airy cream on top of this, and a spongy bottom, and it tastes very berry-like. And it was absolutely a delight.
Thank you.
I can see how can people just want, oh, I want another one.
Yes.
And then they have a little talk, have a little sip of something, and then, I want another one. And everything looks so beautiful. So actually you are encouraged to touch it because there are different textures, and it looks so perfect. So which of those is favorite of yours?
Me, I'm a chocolate lover, so
Okay.
I love chocolate, especially the dark one.
Okay.
At this moment, we work with a very nice brand. It's Solomon's Gold. So
Okay.
they are based in Momonganui, and the chocolate is from Solomon's Island. So it's a premium ethical chocolate, and we are very happy to work with them. You can feel the difference. Yeah.
Right.
So the
What
chocolate, but after it depends of the day.
What about Mathieu? What's his favorite?
Matthew, I think he loves cannoli.
Cannoli.
Cannoli, it's
Sweet
where he's
version.
from.
Mm.
Yeah, he's from Bordeaux. An hour from Bordeaux, north, and he grew up so in Médoc. So it's where all the vineyards and chateaux are. And so cannoli, it's a very
very
unique
thin thing?
treat. Yeah, with so we bake it in a special copper mold, and looks very simple. But it's actually quite hard to bake it perfectly and to have a nice texture. But it's very nice. It's very addictive to the flavor. It's so good.
So it's chantilly cream instead of this little thing that turned into
Ah,
a
so
cylinder, right?
That's it's a cannoli. So that is
Cannoli.
Italian. It's
Okay.
another thing. I should bring the next time. I bring some. But
So
yeah,
next time when you come
it's-
with Mathieu,
yes,
then-
we will come with cannoli. It's there is cannoli, the Italian little cream tube.
Mhm.
But cannoli, it's very different. It's another
Ah.
shape and unique from Bordeaux.
Oh.
Is it time for the drum roll?
Right, let's do the drum roll.
Let's do the drum roll. So currently you are present at the farmers market
Yes.
Sunday mornings, which I believe is cancelled tomorrow
Yes.
due to the incoming weather.
Yeah.
But you have an announcement about a new venture, which
Yes.
you would like to tell us about.
Yeah, so 3 weeks ago we had the chance to open our own pastry shop. So it's located in Fitzroy. It's inside the arcade, so right in the heart of Fitzroy. And so we open Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we have, yeah, it's quite good to be able to open a shop and offer patisserie all the weekend. So yeah, we are very happy.
Is there any similar shop in New Plymouth?
Like patisserie
Patisserie.
style?
There are cake shops.
Yes, there is. Yeah, plenty cake shop. Actually, there is a lot of. I think. Yeah, a lot of cake shop. And after we arrived 2 years ago in New Plymouth, so I don't really know exactly every bakery or every cake shop, but yeah, I think French style. I'm not sure.
It's very
about.
unique, isn't it?
Yeah, the French patisserie.
Because when I came here, I was impressed with the amount of slices, but slices is not really a baking type of thing.
Yes, yeah, it's different, but yeah, some can be very good too. Yeah, so yeah, it's we are very happy about the shop. Yeah.
I think we have someone going to review the tasty patisserie.
Mm-hmm.
So Makari, go for it.
Hello everyone, this is Mathieu back on air. Today I must say I'm grateful for trying some French cuisines. Majority of it was pastries, which I really enjoyed. I want to start off with the first meal I had, which was those little raspberry cakes, those bite-sized. They weren't really sweet, which I really liked, but must say I would give it an 8 out of 10. They were a solid 8. It was really great. Next off, I'd like to rate was what I had was I believe it was like a chocolate mousse with a dark chocolate outside shell with like a dark chocolate biscuit on the bottom making it as a plate, which I give it a nice 9.
Ooh. Now you should be using the French numbers there, Makari. I can only rate it a 4 because I can only go 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 9 is 9. Yeah.
Well, 9 is what?
9.
And 9, and what is 8?
8.
8. Okay, definitely. a 9
Thank
out of
you.
10.
Yeah. And the last one was my favorite one, which was the like marshmallow like a roasted marshmallow on top with the lemon sauce on the bottom with a nice biscuit bowl, which was really delicious. I must say.
And an excellent review by you. Rather than me just ignorantly calling them patisserie, does each one have its own name?
Oh yes, yeah.
So
yeah.
what the swirly, creamy,
So
biscuity one?
this one it's a choux. We call that choux. So it's a choux pastry. So if it depends of the shape. So when we pipe it, if it's round, you call that a choux. If it's long, you call an éclair. So depends of the shape of it. When it's round, it's a choux. And after we have the lemon meringue tart. We have the chocolate one. It's like we call that a mousse cake, but for us it's an entremet.
See, like I said, it's so stylish.
Yeah.
So what is inside the chocolate? Did you say mousse?
Yes. So we made a dark chocolate mousse with the Solomon's Gold chocolate. Dark chocolate ganache in the middle, and we had the hazelnut sponge cake on the bottom, and we put some praline, so it's hazelnut and almond caramelized. We blend it, so we put some in it to make it tiny bit sweeter, and yeah, it's quite intense in chocolate, but very nice all together.
I think you say that a different way. We would say praline, wouldn't we?
Praline,
And
maybe.
you say
Yeah.
shorter praline.
We said praline.
I
Yeah.
think we should adopt how the French say. It's so much nicer.
Well, we are based here in Liade Street, so that is a good idea. So I think it's time to wrap up. We have been talking to Tiphaine today from Mattie Patisserie. Now, his name is, we would say Mathieu.
Yes.
Do you have an equivalent English name?
Oh, so it's Mathieu.
Your name.
And my name, I think it's Tiphaine.
Oh, Tiphaine.
Yes,
Of course.
yeah, but it's the French version, Tiphaine. Yes.
Excellent.
So can you please repeat us the address of the shop and how people can find you online?
Yes, so the shop is located 2E Darnell Street in Fitzroy, so it's inside the arcade, very close to the Hub Cafe. We are just next to studio called The Core, Studio Pilate, and we are on social media, so you can find us on Facebook or Instagram. And we have a website too, so it's mattiepatisserie.co.nz. So yeah, you can find
Yes, people,
where we are.
please go and try their food because it's amazing. And they're also quite often on the Sunday market.
Yes, and we take orders too during the week, so we can make petit four, the one you say the small 2 bites. So it's quite popular. This it's you can have different flavor and it's very nice to share at the end of a meal or for a party. We make bigger lemon tart too on order, and yeah, now we have the shop every Friday, Saturday, and
So
farmers market.
Is the shop opening this week?
Yes,
It's open
so we
already?
opened. We close now at 1 p.m., but we were open.
Ah.
And next week, every Friday, Saturday, we open, and we are every Sunday morning at the farmers market with our local friends, and we love the vibes over there, so we'll not leave.
It's an
That's
amazing
cool.
place.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you so much for coming and
Thank
bringing
you.
your amazing food. I tried two today, and I must admit this chocolate ganache is so fluffy and soft, and it's not buttery at all. It's like heaven, basically.
Thank you. Thank
so
you so
much for
much.
coming, and I hope to hear from you again.
Yes,
And I hope you'll come next time with
yes, with
Mathieu.
pleasure. Thank you.
All right, let's listen to the third song, and then we're having an amazing segment of Taranaki Foodies, which is called the Hour of Happiness. The moment
No,
of
it's a
happiness.
happiness, not an hour.
Not an hour. Like 10 minutes of
10
happiness.
minutes.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Tiphaine,
you.
and
Merci.
see you again.
See you soon.
And how do you pronounce the artist singing Carmen?
So it's Naman.
Naman, and
Yeah.
from the album Rays of Resistance.
Yes.
Is it French?
Yeah, he's French.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Stick around for Michael and me at 10 to 5. See you later. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Basic French can take you quite far. In French